Hello, Kanmaya, and welcome to my introduction video. So here is my PowerPoint presentation. I have here my name, which is Shikou Mayari. So here I used uh, Nanori for the name, especially for the kanji. So for my last name, Shiko, it's the kanji for purple. So she, or usually it's read as Murasaki here, and then ko as in something like or love, or if you're familiar with the kanji, it's usually read as ki. And then for mayari, I used a three combination candy, and uh here I used ma as in akuma, or for maho. And then here, this one's for Yoru usually, but there's also another reading for it, which is Ya. And then here for Ri, this is for the kanji uh, plum or sumomo. And this is actually for my color scheme. As you can see, I have purple here on my character. And then what else? So my basic lore is that I'm like a sealed spirit demon ghost thing. Like when I was making my character, I the idea is that I'm some sort of ghost or entity that get got sealed away, and then at least that was my plan, but I don't know what happened to my character design along the way. And then, oh yeah, so for my character, I'm the one who did the character design for the art and also for the rigging. So it's a bit wonky sometimes because I tried playing around with the rigging on Live 2D, and the mouth was a bit confusing for me, and I'm not sure if it's my camera or like the tracking on my camera, or is if the issue is actually on the way I rig the mouth. But yeah, the mouth is kind of wonky. And then let me share some of my concept art, I guess. Okay, here. So this was the original art I went off and I was making my design. So I was trying to go for something like Juwon or Sadako. This style kind of goes with the messy hair, messy long hair, kind of. But and then let me check what I have here. What's this? This. Uh, Let me remove. Haha, bald. Okay, wait. Is this it? Oh, this is for. Okay. This is for the scheme. This is my notes. Let me hide you. So for the original concept, I was playing around something like a simple white dress with no sleeve here, and then some skulls, because I love skulls. And then for the other reiteration, I did some sort of like a symmetrical design with a lot of belt thing here and then bandage. So after some thinking, I decided to remove this belt stuff because it looks clunky. And then I kept the the ripped sleeve on the right, and then have a bandaged arm on the other, and then a skull necklace. So that was the plan. And then what's this? Okay, that's my nose. Let me remove this. This I was doing like some sort of mascot design. What it looks like. Yeah, it looks more like going. I was ending up with some sort of eldritch horror vibe. I don't know what was going on here, but right now I don't think I will push through with this too, and I might go for something simpler and cuter. What's this? I don't know what this is. Blob. And then this one where I was doing some more sketches, and then yeah, I don't know why I ended up making more horror looking designs, but I canceled that. Okay, so let me look at my other stuff. So sorry if it's a bit of a mess because it's been years since I last touched this. Like I made this and made this character design around 2022-ish, I think. And here I was finalizing the design. Where's the sketch? Oh, there we go. This is the sketch. So, okay, so I did like a basic base for the model and then sketched over it the hair and stuff. And then this time for the necklace, I went for something like shaman-ish style, and then I added some ori, I think it was called an ori, with a bell and then some talisman uh here for the sealed spirit vibe, but I don't think it was working out, but sure. And then here at first I made the sleeves like the same, but I think I changed my mind at some point and then mixed it up with what I had originally with the bandage and then more whatever this is and then a glove. And then oh yeah, I also slapped some horn because I was staring at it originally before without the horn. I was like, I feel like she's not unique enough. Because later on, I do wanna have more variety on my model, like have a different hairstyle or costume. So I feel like if I change the hairstyle, she might not be that recognizable. So I was like, okay, let's slap in some horns. Have multiple here, I think. Yeah, I did multiple horn designs. Like first was this, like uh goat-ish kind of horn. And then oh no, this is the goat horn. And this is like uh yeah, whatever. And then this mini sheep ram horn, I think. But I went with this final design. It's like curving inwards. Though I'm not really sure about the horn situation because I feel like it didn't really make any difference on the character silhouette. Like whether I had the horn or not. It feels like it's the same silhouette, so I'm not sure how that will go, how that would translate design wise, but when I did it, I was like, okay, this should be fine. Okay, and then I added colors, and this is like the palette I had. And usually for VTuber designs, it's common to have like highlights or like a gradient on the hair, but I opted for something simple single color instead because I feel like it doesn't really match if I made her hair too colorful. What's this? This is the same. Oh, this is the cleanup. Okay. So this is the cleanup. Oh, I don't have a character turnaround also for the reference, so I'll try to make one, but I suck at making character turnaround, so that might take long. But I think people can use this for the reference for the colors and stuff. Because I have this non-shaded version. Though for the eyes, I originally went for like pitch black, simple eyes. But then after some consideration, it looks boring. So I have this. She looks brighter now. I went with like the red and my hair color gradient. And then she has some moles here. Doesn't she look cute? Okay, that's all for my model design. Let's go to the next part. Okay, so here, my birthday is July 22. I was planning to like, since it's been a long time since I last posted stuff, I was thinking I should come back around my birthday. But at the same time, I also wanna just do it, because I, I kept putting it off multiple times. So it's like, okay, let's just do it. Whatever I do, whatever I finish, that's okay. So here we are. I'm kind of not rushing totally. And then next, my height. The birthday and the height is the same as the old introduction I did years ago, so it's still 165 cm. And then for the hex code is this 38152E, which is like a plum-ish, like a dark violet kind of color. And for my likes, I like purple. Obviously, as you can see, there's so much purple here. And I like spaghetti and rolling in bed, just chilling, wasting my days away. And then I hate ginger. It's like, why does ginger exist? I hate it so much. And also, I'm not good at jump scares, so sadly, I won't be doing much horror streams, but I'm open with doing co-op horrors in the future if someone wants to. I'm not really the type to scream, and I'm a very anxious person in general, so the atmosphere in horror games is just not compatible with me. Plus, I'm the type to freeze when scared, so. And that also means I won't be able to progress on horror games because I'm just staring at my screen, scared that something might pop out. So yeah, I don't think that's a good kind of thing to watch, in my opinion. So maybe someday when I'm more brave, I'll do it. But right now, I just want to do some sort of baby steps and improve slowly for this stuff. My languages are English, Japanese, and Tagalog. So for Japanese, 日本語能力試験のエントリーが 合格しましたけど、私の分布は下手です。えっと、N2 までの、少々 N1 の漢字が読めるから、えーチャットとコメントに、日本語で大丈夫です。もし漢字が読めないなら、泣いてるだけです。So for now, I'm studying for N2, and honestly, I've been taking JNet the past couple of months, but I keep failing because of grammar. So that's really my weakest spot at the moment for Japanese. And maybe in the future, I plan to play games in Japanese, but still do the talks in English as a way of studying for me. And then, yeah, that's it. Hopefully, I can do full Japanese streams in the future once I'm better at speaking Japanese impromptu. Because right now, I really struggle to form sentences. And then next, uh, interest. So I'm combining the anime and manga into one for the series because I've been mostly an manga reader lately and don't really have the time to watch anime. So first one on the list is Witch and Mercenary. Not sure if there's anyone who reads that here, but this one and Spy Family are the ones that I actively follow lately. For Witch and Mercenary, what I like on this manga is that the MC Ziggs isn't OP for the sake of being OP because he's the main character or anything. Sure, he's overpowered, but it's not something that like came out of nowhere or some sort of like bloodline bullshit or just because. No, he's strong because he had the practical experience from being in the battlefield for a long time, and that gave him the skills and knowledge to survive. And also, another one is that uh, the stories lately have been mostly isekai and reincarnation, and we rarely have any pure fantasy story like back in the old days. And sure, I like isekai and reincarnation stories too, but like I really miss stories like this that like have their own full-fledged story and system going on. Next, for Spy Family, I used to follow Tetsuya and the Sun's previous work, Gekabijin, the one with the one that's based from Kaguya Hime's folklore. So when Spy Family was newly released, I was like, hey, this name sounds familiar. And I was surprised to find that it was the same person who made this, because the his previous works, the ones I've read, the were kind of serious and dark-ish, like with Gekka Bijin and Rengoku no Ash. It was like it's different and more mature compared to what we have on Spy Family. And there's also the art style where you can see on his older works that it's it has a messy, rough-ish kind of style to it that you can tell that it's aimed towards the shonen demographic. Meanwhile, on Spy Family, the art style is more round, clean, and Like it definitely fits a more general audience kind of vibe. Like it feels welcoming, though we still do get a glimpse of the gritty-ish style during action scenes and stuff there, like on his previous work. But yeah, I feel like that's the direction they're going, which definitely matches with my family's tone. And then next we have the villainous and otome isekai regeneration. My favorite. I love reading this, even though I know they're not that good. Sure, there's a lot of good ones that like explores different themes, but yeah. What am I following right now? Uh, there's the right now I'm following the Shinimodori, uh, the one with the one where like her she went back in time, I think, and then her boyfriend doesn't remember her, and then she's like trying to desperately try to make him remember, or at least try to relieve that life that they used to have. And I don't want to give any spoilers on the latest chapter, so yeah, I'll stop there. Then, hmm, oh, there's the um. Well, it's not really otome, but it's more of it's like a shonen isekai kind of manhwa, but the main character is a girl, so I think that's cool, and I feel like it will fall under this in a sense. But the title is The Return C Rank Won't Die, so the MC, the girl there went through so much shit, and she got something that don't let her die. So every time she just dies and then revives back, making her practically immortal. And over the duration of the mana, it's like I kept thinking, damn, she's crazy. And I love her for that. And then I'm like, damn, she's crazy. And then, damn, I love it. And then as I read more, I just went, damn, she's crazy. And I love her for that again. I just kept going full circle. It's fun. So that there's that. And then, oh, this one. I became the tyrant of defense game. So this one, I I love this one. I wish there was a game based around this because the concept is nice. It's a game. You have like a tower defense game, and mixed with a sort of roguelike kind of gameplay where instead of defending your base, you do the initiative to attack the enemy's base. So it's like a turnaround. So I wish there was a game like that in real life. I feel like that would be fun. Then skeleton soldier, and then we get Stamer, and then ping pong, one of my faves. I'm not good at picking my like favorite thing for something. So if you're like, ask me, what's your favorite game? What's your favorite anime? What's your favorite series? I'm not really good at doing that, but I usually have like top a list of my faves, and ping pong definitely falls under that somewhere. And then, so for ping pong, I'm not really the type to watch sports anime, even the ones that are aimed for women, because I guess I'm just not into sports. But the art style for ping pong really catched my attention and made me try it on a whim. And yeah, I love it. The anime isn't just about Tingkai, it's about life itself. It's got a lot of life lessons that, although I might not no longer specifically remember what each one was about, I know it had an effect in my life at some point when I watched it. So that's not really convincing, but I do hope you try to check it out. Okay, I rambled a lot. Okay, for games, so these are the games I like, and also will give you an idea of what I will be streaming in the future, maybe. So here I have Pokemon, many series from Square, my childhood. I love them. And then Undertale, and I love Taiko no Tochijin, and rhythm games in general, even though I'm not pro level. And pixel games are amazing, and retro games too. So I'll try to play those, though I'm not sure how, because for there's retro games on the Switch, but my laptop, the HDMI on my laptop is the only the output, so it can't get the display from my Switch. And I might need to get the, what do you call this? The capture card so I can stream retro games and then star-driven games. And then, as you can see from my Health Taker and my old Health Taker video, I play puzzle games and strategy games, even though I'm bad and suffering at it. So wish me luck, I guess. And then next we have the music. Uh, you'll get an idea on this one later on, but here are the music I like. So I like Hana Mazel, if you're familiar with BMSG. They're there. And then Danime, Darkobayashi, Gaona Kongere, Matsuko Nishiko, Penthouse, Chilled Spot. So the last three, I feel like people aren't familiar, but I really want them to listen to it. They make good stuff. And then I got Pinocchio P, Utsupi for Vocaloid stuff, and then Toho was a big thing during my teen years. So we got All Life Japan, which will, oh, and Alif Soft. Like, if you listen to All Life Japan and Alif Soft songs, you can have an idea of what kind of music I like, which is specifically the kind of music that uses traditional instruments, and then they mix it with other genre, usually rock. And I like that kind of style. And then you have the Metori too, for the rock metal-ish music. And then content. What stuff will I be making? So for now, it's gonna be VODs. I'll try to stream later on when I have a more stable schedule in my life. So, do you have an idea? I'll be doing the usual gaming and then art. I wanna make some art streams, but given the AI situation, I'm kind of scared. So if I do art streams, they might be archived. Then music, I wanna do some covers and also do instrumental arranges, and then maybe do some vocaloid stuff and software trying. For here, I have Japanese language study for the content. So I'll be doing, as I mentioned before, I want to play games in Japanese and then maybe do some discussions and grammar study points in English. So I feel like that would be aimed towards like people who are studying for N3 and above. So they need to have a basic grasp of Japanese and some vocabularies as opposed to what people usually do where they study the basics starting from the kanas. That's not gonna be something I do, I think. But it's more of the grind, like Renshu grind, because I use Renshu primarily instead of Anki for studying. And then there's also Conlang, but I'm not sure how I'll translate that to streaming. Maybe I could do the like brainstorming, but Conlang is a bit of a personal project for me, so I'm not sure if I want to share it to the world. Maybe share how they'll be used or something. That's the plan. And then next I have some why am I here? Why am I streaming? What's my purpose in VTubing? So mostly VTubing is gonna be an outlet for my hobby. So I love trying out various stuff and doing various projects, especially when I'm stressed. So yeah, this is where I go. And also, I want to get used to speaking my thoughts out more often because there's like a disconnect between my brain and mouth because of overthinking too much. Right now, I sound like I'm doing fine on that aspect, but that's just because I know what to say beforehand and I'm doing multiple takes right now. I'm spoiling you what's going on behind the scenes, but yeah, I'm doing a lot of repeats to get this right. And then for my goals, so well, there's the usual reach 1,000 subs, get monetized, all the jazz. Then make merch. I'm not sure how this will work, but let's figure it out. Then in line with what I mentioned earlier with my Japanese skills, I want to do a full Japanese stream. Hopefully, I'll be good enough someday to reach that level. And then fix my slurred speech. So I have a tendency to slur my words when I talk, and I can usually manage it when I focus on the way I speak hard enough, but it slips in every once in a while and gets worse when I get relaxed. So I want to at least make sure my words are understandable to a certain level consistently. And then hand streams for crafts and stuff when I get a good setup. So that's all for my introduction video. I hope you learned a lot and see you in the future, hopefully. Bye bye.